Hey everybody, welcome back to Sports Outside the Box. It's episode 92 today, and today we'll be talking about some NBA action that went on last night. We all know the big thing. Clint Capela is officially an Atlanta Hawk. Can they make the playoffs? I think so. Also, we're going to talk about LeBron James completely fuego. He was fuego last night against my Spurs, and Gary Harris did not get traded, but two Nuggets did. We'll also go over some NCAA men's action like the Maryland men. They win last night, and it'll be my top 5 news stories of the day in sports. But come on in. Stick along for the ride. This is Sports Outside the Box.
Mulcahy rattling that one home. That could be a good sign. He's a streaky shooter. Really helpful. That one was a blur, and Morcell was there to...
Going on. I think that's the 7th three of this quarter. No, 8th three of this quarter. 5 by the Lakers.
LeBron James up college ball at Utah. James. Oh, he's smoking hot.
Stop it.
James. Heat check. Oh, yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Sports Outside the Box, and of course it's episode 92 today. Still trying to stick on this everyday schedule, so I'm, it's kind of late today as I'm doing this podcast. It's already past 5:30, but I just got to get it up, and I've been writing all day, so I just got to get it up. We're not going to be here too long today, but of course I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. Again, we're halfway through the week. I feel like everything's starting to get repetitive. It's like, since I talk to you guys like every single day, it's like I feel like Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, the weekend's almost here yet again. The weekend comes so quickly, and of course, me doing this through the weekend, it's like I feel like things get repetitive. Like the time's just moving so quickly. But like I said, I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. I'm having a pretty good Wednesday. Been writing all day. Been playing Dragon Ball Z Legends all day. If you haven't played that game is absolutely incredible. If you do, and you're on YouTube or you're on here, get on my Sports Outside the Box, Sports Outside the Box, and make sure that you're subscribing. Make sure that you're downloading these episodes, everybody. It'd be much appreciated. Hopefully we can get the bigger and better things. Hopefully, eventually get the Redskins Stadium and be broadcasting there. And of course, I'm going to eventually be having some people come on with me. I was actually on Instagram last night talking to some people. I wasn't really talking to anybody last night per se, but I put up a post on my story on the Sports Outside the Box, just asking people we should start collaborating, we should start getting together, start doing some things. And I had about 4 or 5 people, and we all know about the bots on Instagram and all the little fake accounts. So of course it said 70. The thing said yes or no if you wanted to collab or not. And I put up also what I'd be willing to talk about, NCAA basketball, men's, women's, tennis, NBA, NFL. Now I'm not too sure about college football yet, but I'm trying to get myself there. Like I'm gonna try to get myself the WNBA this year as well. But I put all that up there just to let people know what I can talk about. If they want me to come on their show, if they want to come on this show, either vice versa. And of course it was like 40 something or 50 something yeses, and I was like, oh my goodness, all these bots are just. I guess they just hit yes, but no, of course that many people didn't even see the story, but. People are just checking yes. I saw one guy, I think his name was Craig Smith, played in the NBA. He actually hit yes on it. I was surprised by that. So if we could get him on here, that'd be pretty cool. I would like to interview him. That'd be pretty cool. But just trying to be better than we were yesterday. But like I was saying, if you got Dragon Ball Z Legends and you play that game is absolutely incredible. I've been playing that. That's probably one reason why it's been taking me so long today to even get on here, is because I've been playing that game. It's like so addicting, and it was like down for 8 or 10 hours yesterday, so I couldn't even get on there. So I had to get my fix in today. I had to get my fix in. So if you play Dragon Ball Z Legends, definitely hit me up. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get better at the game. I gotta get better at it somehow. I keep getting whooped a little bit. I'm not liking it. I get a little irritated that I gotta play the game. I gotta beat somebody. I can't come on the podcast feeling all down or whatnot. So I gotta beat somebody to feel good. And you know what I'm saying. So if you play the game, hit me up. We can definitely join up and play. But of course, last night. NBA, it's like 1, 2 in the morning. I'm just sitting there chilling, watching ESPN, and you know what? Something else I found out: Big Ten Network and SEC Network. They both Verizon Fios has them both. I had no idea, and I've been sitting here missing some good games. Like, oh man, I can't watch that game. This on the SEC SEC network. I can't watch that game because this is on this network. Big Ten network, you do have to pay for. The SEC network, you don't have to pay for that. So I was happy to find that out yesterday. But of course, big trades happened yesterday. We're sitting there looking at Clint Capela, and I'm so excited. When I tell you excited, I'm beyond belief. Clint Capela is with the Atlanta Hawks. And of course, I'm going to go through. I wanted to go through and look at Bleacher Report, ESPN, who people believe were the big winners and big losers. I haven't really done that. I looked at like one page and said who the big winners and big losers were. Somebody was like, oh, John Collins is a big loser here. I was like, I don't understand how John Collins is a big loser, but, I didn't get it because, he's on the Hawks and Clint Capella's going to the Hawks. John Collins is probably not going to be the starting center now. It's going to be Clint Capela. So John Collins probably bumps down to the power forward position, but, it looks so nice on paper. I just hope they can get it to work. And remember, they got Trae Young, Kevin Huerter. They got the rookie DeAndre Hunter out of Virginia right now. They got now moving John Collins from center to moving John Collins down to the power forward position. Gonna have Clint Capela at the 5. So at center, I'm like, oh my goodness, this team could be great for a long time. This team can grow together, can build together. All 5 of them are 25 years and under. 25 years and under. And on top of that, they got Vince Carter, a friend to talk to on the bench. They got him Nene. We all know Nene. Nene's played all over the place. The Nuggets played for the Wizards. He played for the Rockets. He's played all over the place. But now he's in Atlanta, and Nene and Vince Carter can finally sit on the bench and be like, man, back in my day, back in our day, basketball wasn't all threes and jump shots. It was mid-range jumpers and getting into the lane. So, Vince Carter and they they can reminisce together on the bench. I think, Vince Carter's 42 now, 43, and Nene's like 39, 40. So they're coming out the same era. They know what they're talking about. But I was just so excited to see this trade happen. And Clint Capela and Nene both go to the Hawks. The Hawks waived Chandler Parsons. I kind of felt bad that even happened because, Chandler Parsons had the whole car accident with the drunk driver, brain injury. So I kind of felt kind of bad that they had to waive his contract, and it was like $25.1 million, which is kind of a lot to have on the books if nobody's playing. But kind of felt bad for him a little bit. But the Rockets, who do they get? Rockets get Jordan Bell. And, of course, the meme started last night. We see P.J. Tucker's going to be at the center position. And everybody's like, man, look at the Western Conference. And if you look at the Western Conference and you just look at the center position, you're just like, okay, what are the Rockets doing? The first time I even saw small ball in the NBA, Spurs and the Warriors were playing against each other. I think it was like 2014 and 2015 playoffs. The Spurs were beaten in the series, but then all of a sudden the Warriors implemented small ball. Draymond Grant the center position, and they absolutely ran us off that floor, and they came back and won that series. But so this is some names that I wrote down. That's not even all the names, just some names that I wrote down that PJ Tucker's gonna have to deal with, because right now the Houston Rockets are a big loser in my opinion in this trade. If you just want, so this right now, this is a starting lineup: Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Eric Gordon, Rocco, Robert Covington. You got traded from the Timberwolves to the Rockets, and PJ Tucker. Now I'm like, no, that can't work. It's not gonna work. PJ Tucker at the center position. Now, I've heard of small ball, but that's just too damn small. So, they still got Tyson Chandler, but Tyson Chandler don't be playing like that. Maybe he gets some minutes now because Clint Capela's gone. Maybe he gets some minutes now. We'll see. But Lakers, Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. Do you think in the world that PJ Tucker can go against them? No. Somebody else. The Nuggets, Nikola Jokic. No. He can't. I don't even think PJ Tucker can handle Michael Porter Jr. Jazz, Rudy Gobert. He can't handle Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert handles everybody else. The Mavs, Willie Cauley-Stein. Remember, he's with the Mavs now because the Warriors traded him to the Mavs. So Willie Cauley-Stein and Porzingis? I don't think so. Who else? We got the Thunder, Steven Adams. You ain't handling Steven Adams. That's a grown man right there. The Grizzlies have Jonas Valanciunas. Let's not forget the young kid that can jump out the gym. Jaren Jackson Jr. jumps out of the gym. Who else is not in the playoffs? Who not in the playoffs? Blazers. Hassan Whiteside. Nurkic is going to come back. Nurkic. I said Jerkic. Joseph Nurkic, he's going to come back. They can't handle that. Who else? The Pelicans. Jackson Hayes. They can't handle that. Who else? The Timberwolves with Cat. You can't handle that. And then the Suns, DeAndre Ayton. My goodness, PJ Tucker. He's going to get put through the ringer. And then we haven't even gone over the Eastern Conference team that they have to play. This is just the West. This is just the West. I feel so bad for PJ Tucker. That man's going to get put in the hospital. I'm telling you, abused that man down low. And I love PJ Tucker. The man has a nice corner three. The man knows how to play some solid defense. He knows how to box out some people. But Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, Nikolai Jokic, like I said, Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes is a young kid, but my goodness, Zion Williamson. Oh, let's not forget Zion. My man was bullying Giannis last night. The Houston Rockets are going to have a big problem, especially if James Harden, who was on last night, but if he's off, they're going to have a big problem because they're going to literally at this point have to score. They're going to have to score. Not, we can battle with the rebounds. We can try to get some offensive boards, get some putbacks on offensive glass, get some second chance points. No, it ain't going to be none of that. Unless Russell Westbrook somehow, just keeps jumping 10 feet out there. I don't know. But this was a terrible idea. Mike D'Antoni can't be happy with this. And the big news right now is that the Rockets will probably look to make another trade before the deadline tomorrow. And I hope they do because they need a center. They said they're going to try to do that or try to acquire a center, I guess, through free agency or however they're going to do it. Yao Ming, hello, they need you. Yao Ming, somebody go let Yao Ming know they need you because there's no way in the world they could do this without a predominant center in the Western Conference. It just won't happen. The Hawks are we already went over the Hawks. The Hawks are big winners in my opinion. The Rockets are big losers in my opinion. Who else we got? We got the Nuggets. The Nuggets, man. Remember yesterday we were sitting there talking about the Nuggets, and I was so proud of them. I was just so proud. And why was I proud, people? I was proud because they said Gary Harris was very available, and that was the words coming out of Denver. Very available, not just available, not just regular available, not just we could move him. No, he's very available. And then last night, if you look at how the Denver Nuggets played last night, they did get a win. I was kind of shocked because they did shut down Dame Time and company. But out of all the starters, Gary Harris had 2 points, only 2 points. And out of those 2 points, he with the 2 points, he actually dunked on somebody. And I didn't get to see that game, but what I did see, I saw him posterize somebody. And I don't remember who he postered, but Gary Harris posterized somebody. And I thought to myself, you know what, Gary Harris, don't you start balling now. And that's exactly what I said on Instagram to somebody. I said, don't you start balling now. All because you hear that you're very available. Because all of a sudden they want to trade you. They made it known they want to trade you. Now you're very available. So I'm sitting there, come on, man. Come on, Gary. You can't be dunking on people, posterizing people all because you're very available all of a sudden. So that was the only 2 points he had. I was like, Gary, just go ahead and go. Just go ahead and go. If I was the Timberwolves, I would probably try to get Gary Harris, get a change of scenery. But no, the Nuggets did not trade Gary Harris yesterday. They traded Hernan Gonzalez. Wait, what's that his name? I think I'm saying his name wrong for some reason. Where's his name at? They traded. I know they got Napier. They got Vonleh, which I was happy about. That's some good pieces for him. Even though I think both of those pieces for the Nuggets are going to be, go to reserve positions eventually once Paul Millsap gets healthy. I can't even see honestly Napier taking over any minutes from Gary Harris or taking minutes from Torrey Craig. I can't see it. So maybe some reserve positions. Maybe they just want to have some added depth at that position. Those positions, I don't know. But yeah, Hernan Gonzalez and Malik Beasley, both of those guys get traded to. Yeah, they get traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I'm just lost for words because I was like, Gary Harris made so much more sense to get out of there because you could have said, hey, let's give Malik Beasley a chance. He did just score double digits for us last night. Let's give him a chance. I think he scored 14 points last night for the Nuggets. I think Hernan Gomez scored 7. I think he had 7 points, 11 rebounds, I believe. And then, like I said, Malik Beasley 14 points last night. I was just kind of confused a little bit. Like, okay, well, why are you trading away good pieces? Like, these are clearly good role pieces for you guys. So why are you trading them away? And then, of course, Cat's on social media last night because, they do bring in some talent. And I can't say they didn't because they definitely did bring in some talent. I'm like, Evan Turner, Hernan Gomez, Malik Beasley. I'm like, that's all perfect. That's all fine and dandy. They also get a first-round pick from Brooklyn for 2020, which is a protected lottery pick, which I don't think they're going to be in the lottery this season. If they keep playing the way they're playing, they shouldn't be in the lottery this season. But the big thing was that Cat's upset because Cat clearly said, he said Monday after their loss that he would be upset and devastated. Well, not devastated, but he'd be upset if Robert Covington got traded because that's everybody knows it's his best friend on the team. And I remember that time when Devin Booker was upset because I can't remember that point guard's name out of Kentucky. I can't remember his name, but he got traded. Devin Booker was highly upset. I'm pretty sure Cat's feeling the same exact way, upset that Robert Covington will not be there with them. They did not trade for D'Angelo Russell. They did not trade for him, which is also his best friend. You know, they thought they were going to try to play together, but that still hasn't happened. And now it's like they kind of just have fewer pieces to go along to try to get D'Lo. So I don't know. Remember, D'Lo right now is on a max deal with the Warriors. And I thought the Warriors were going to try to move him. It looks like the Knicks still want him, and they still trying to get him too. And that would probably be D'Lo, RJ Barrett. You know, that'd be a little something. That'd be, you know, that's a little tandem right there. This has got Julius Randle. I'm pretty sure Marcus Morris will be in that trade right there. But that'd be a little something. So if you had to ask me for the winners, like I said, the winners from yesterday, Timberwolves, they won. Yeah, they didn't. I don't know. That's like middle of the pack for me. The Nuggets, because you didn't trade Gary Harris and you kind of gave up more. They did get Gerald Green in there too. We have seen Gerald Green heat up in Houston. But I don't know. Maybe if Gerald Green comes in and he actually plays well, we have to see how this trade happens over time. If he comes in and he plays well, then yes, they win the trade. If he doesn't play that well, you kind of just trade it. Like you got to bring him in. He's like an older guy. You also bring in the two other guys that I didn't really see the point of. I just said their names. I just had them on here. Like I said, they just traded away Malik Beasley, just traded away Hernan Gomez. It didn't really make much sense to me. They also got Base Diop, who I know nothing really about. All I know is he played at Ohio State. That's all I know. So I don't know nothing about him. So it's like, Nuggets, did you really do anything productive, or did you kind of hurt your team? To me, you hurt your team. And then Houston losers, Hawks biggest winners of this whole thing. I can't wait to see the Hawks lineup. The Hawks right now I think are 8 or 9 games outside the Eastern Conference to make the playoffs. And if you look at the teams that are in their way, like the Wizards, I think, is it the Nets? I know the Wizards, the Pistons, the Cavs, the Magic. I'm like, teams that clearly they can beat at this point, especially when you talk about their starting five. People they can clearly beat, and I think if they do the right things, they might be able to make the playoffs. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. But only 9 games, that was still like 30-something games left to play. So we're going to have to see what happens there. And ironically, the Timberwolves and the Atlanta Hawks, they both play each other tonight. And I highly doubt that we see Clint Capela with the Hawks playing tonight. I highly doubt it. But it'd be something to see if we got to. Some games from last night, the Bucks and the Pelicans. The Bucks win 120-108. Giannis 34 points, 17 rebounds, 6 assists. The whole starting five in double digits. The biggest thing of this game yesterday, of course, seeing Giannis going against Zion Williamson. We see Giannis trying to back down Zion. There's a little fadeaway hook shot, knocks it down. We see Zion snatch the ball away from Giannis, and Giannis falls to the floor. We see Giannis meets Zion at the rim, and they call a foul. It was Giannis versus Zion yesterday, and Zion did not look intimidated. He was like, I don't care if you're the MVP. I don't care if you be in a picture with your brothers flexing the muscles. I don't care. I'm Zion Williamson. He was letting Giannis know who he was yesterday. Zion didn't have the best game. He didn't play his best basketball, but he still had a fairly decent game. 20.7 rebounds, 5 assists. Derek Favors is a big reason why they didn't win this game. They only lost by 12 points. Derek Favors, 0 points in 25 minutes, 5 rebounds. Can't really be doing stuff like that. That's not too good. Hornets and Rockets play yesterday. Rockets 125-110 over the Hornets. No Russell Westbrook, so no Brody yesterday. But man, James Harden, he looked back in full effect. He did still shoot under 50%, but he had 12 points. I think he had 12 points at the free throw line. No, 14 points at the free throw line, 14 points in the paint, 12 points from outside. So he was all over the place knocking down buckets. Nobody on the Rockets, of course, because they don't typically do this. Nobody even shot a mid-range shot yesterday. And I was like, I know, people don't make mid-range shots, and it's not really a popular shot to shoot anymore. But come on, man. Y'all didn't even attempt a mid-range shot. I was like, come on now. He also added 12 assists, 9 rebounds, 3 steals, 1 block to the 40-point output he had last night. Daniel House Jr., he's been heating up. I'm telling you, Daniel House Jr. is like every Rocket game you're watching, all of a sudden, he's been the one knocking down some big 3-pointers. I think he went 6 for 11 last night from 3. Yep, 6 for 11. So I just can't wait to see this new Rockets lineup. That's the biggest thing I take away from this game. I just can't wait to see what the lineup's going to look like. No Clint Capela. He didn't play last night anyway. And like I said, no Russ, no Clint Capela. But the thing was, they still get the win over the. Yeah, I'm like, it is just the Hornets. It is just the Hornets. The Magic just beat the Hornets, and we're like, maybe the Magic can snap it back on because they beat the Hornets. Maybe the Rockets can. Maybe the Beards try to do the same thing. Last night, Blazers at the Nuggets, and we see the Nuggets win 127-99. Maybe that cool Denver air knocked off some of that heat that Dame was bringing with the Blazers. Maybe there had to be something going on because he did not have the best game last night. And like I told you, I thought Gary Harris was balling. I thought he was balling out because all I saw on Instagram was this I just see this ferocious dunk, and the commentators like, oh, that should have been an and one. And I was like, oh, Gary Harris, don't ball out now, baby boy, don't ball out now. So I was all hyped up. I was in the comment section like, Gary Harris, please stop it. You're getting traded. Please cut it out. I don't want to see all this effort now. The Blazers starters last night, they combined 21 of 57 for 56 points. So 57 shots, 56 points for the whole starting cast of the Portland Trailblazers. I say Denver Nuggets, the Portland Trailblazers. They shot less than 40% as a team. Damian held to 21 points. CJ held to 20. Big story of the night, Jamal Murray, people. He's back. Jamal Murray is back. And that's a big reason why they got this big win over the Blazers. 20 points and 6 assists. Nikola Jokic last night, 29 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists. Cool, man. I'm telling you, when Jamal Murray's back in the saddle, they do big things. Last game of the night, Spurs and the Lakers last night. 129-102 win for the Lakers. LeBron was held in the first quarter to no points. They asked Greg Popovich, how did you do it? What was the game plan to stop LeBron in the first quarter? He was like, what are you talking about? He's probably just heating up. He's probably about to get started, and get started. Indeed, he did. Because I'm telling you, LeBron, all of a sudden, we're just sitting here. He opens up the second quarter, spin move on Rudy Gay, knocks down the layup, and I was like, oh, here we go. I said, here comes LeBron time. And the Spurs were playing fairly decent, even though Popovich was like, oh, yeah, we took the worst shots in history in the first quarter. They were terrible shots. I love the energy, because they asked him about the energy levels on back-to-back. I remember we just played the Clippers the other night, and we lost barely with the Paul George and Kawhi, just barely lost by 3 points. But, back-to-back games playing the Lakers, a little tired. He said the energy level was there, but taking the worst shots in history of basketball. So that wasn't too good. The big thing also in this game, getting out-rebounded 65-35. Kyle Kuzma and JaVale, I think it was JaVale McGee, both of them going double digits in rebound. I don't know, it's Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, Kyle Kuzma, both of them going to double digits for rebounds last night. And I was just like in awe. Kyle Kuzma, man, he's been all over the place. I remember the last game in the Staples Center they played when they lost to Damian Lillard in the Portland Trailblazers, 15 rebounds, and he tied Anthony Davis for the most rebounds in the game, out-rebounded Hassan Whiteside in that game as well. So Kyle Kuzma, man, he's doing his thing getting these rebounds as of late. Anthony Davis didn't have a big game last night. He had 18, 19 points, but LeBron James, 3 minutes, 5 3-pointers. It felt like I was watching Zion Williamson his opening night against the Spurs all over again. All of a sudden, the man just like, commentator's like, oh, wait a minute, here's the heat check. Oh my goodness, LeBron James, you're amazing. And I'm like, oh, LeBron, stop it. I literally put on Twitter, stop it, damn it. I was like, will you cut it out? Let my Spurs do something right. Goodness gracious, you can't just kill us like this. Kyle Kuzma last night, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Dwight Howard, 12 points, 11 rebounds. Like I told you, they were the rebound monsters last night for the Lakers. LeBron James, I know I did not go and not write his stats. There we go. LeBron James, 36 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 of 9 from the three-point line. He's clearly in Mamba mentality. We saw last night during the game as LeBron's going off, everybody's shouting out Kobe. The whole stadium shouting Kobe multiple times last night in the game. And when LeBron's going off, he gets their free throw line, everybody's chanting MVP. It just felt like a regular Lakers game again, but the crowd was just real hyped up when LeBron was going off the way he was going off. He was definitely a Mamba mentality. And of course, another thing the commentator said, he was like, man, LeBron James is smoking hot right now. And yeah, smoking hot indeed. Like I said, great game for the Lakers. I'm mad to beat my Spurs yet again, but we're going to get over it. We got to get back. We're on the rodeo tour right now, and the rodeo tour ain't nothing to play with. And I know we got to play the Kings. I think we play the Kings Friday. We got another tough game this week as well, but it is what it is. We're going to flip over to some college men's basketball now. So last night, Maryland, kudos to Maryland. We beat Rutgers. I think yesterday I said Scottie Pippen Jr. played on Rutgers, but it's not Scottie Pippen Jr. It's oh my God, I can't remember his name now. I was just looking at the guy's name, And I'm looking at it again now. I'm looking at his father, Ron Harper Jr. Yeah, that's the guy. So he didn't play up to his standards last night yet again. But Anthony Collins Jr. did. Anthony Collins Jr. Man, this man is saving us. Him and Jalen Smith. I'm trying to tell you, 14 points last night. Jalen Smith, 15 rebounds. I'm sitting there looking at Anthony Collins Jr. Anthony Collins Jr. came up super big for us at the end of this game. I didn't know how he did it. I'm sitting there at one point. I know Anthony Collins Jr. knocks down a 3-pointer. I stand up. I think it was 47-39. I was like, we're doing it. I was like, let's go, man. We're going to knock him out again. So I'm all excited. All of a sudden, it's 47-41. Okay, no problem. 47-43. No problem. 47-45. Okay, 47-47. What is going on? I about to say, Mark Turgeon, please, we will fire you if we lose the Rutgers. Oh, we're just up by 8, less than like 2 minutes. All of a sudden, it's a tie game. But Anthony Collins Jr. hit some big shots down the stretch. Kudos to him, because man, without him, we were doomed. We were doomed. I'm trying to tell you. So I was definitely happy last night. We got the win 56-51 over Rutgers. And you know, Maryland's in the top 10, so we can't be losing to Rutgers, no way. I wouldn't be surprised if that game hurt our position right now, because, like, you know, it's Rutgers. Even though Rutgers was in the top 25, like, last week or 2 weeks ago, they were in the top 25, but I don't care. You can't be doing stuff like that. Number 11, Auburn last night. They beat Arkansas 79-76 in overtime. No surprise. Samir Dowdy, player of the game for Auburn, 23 points. No surprise there. Number 7, Duke 63-55 over Boston College. This game was exciting. I was actually watching this game. Is why I didn't see another game. But, man, Boston College played a great first half, came out the second half, and all of a sudden, Trey Jones, 18 points, 4 rebounds. He played a lot better in the second half, and Duke gets the win, 63-55, and I can't wait for Saturday's game, Duke versus UNC, and we know Roy Williams was just all mad and pissed off about the loss of Florida State, so we'll see how they play against Duke. And remember, they went 11 minutes without scoring a bucket. You can't do that against Duke. Duke's going to blow you out the water if you do that. Number 22, Penn State. They upset number 16, Michigan State. Cassius Clay. But Cassius had a good game last night, but they couldn't get the win. Tom Izzo was highly upset because apparently some of the Michigan State fans have been on Twitter, Instagram, or whatever, have been bad-mouthing the Michigan State players after their losses. I'm like, I didn't even know Michigan State, the college students took the basketball games that seriously. I know, you know, if I go to a Maryland game, I don't want to be losing or whatever, but I didn't know they were like that serious to be DMing these players and be saying negative stuff. But Izzo was just talking about, like, that's despicable, and you can't be doing stuff like that. And he was just urging everybody to stop it. He was like, there's people outside of here, like a rival school. I'm like, yeah, it's what it is. But he's like, you know, pretty much don't be at your own school bad-mouthing these players. Apparently, it's really affecting them in the way they're playing, and I guess their psyche, I don't know. Like, maybe it's like psyching them out. I don't know, but the fans aren't having their back. I couldn't tell you, but Tom Izzo definitely wasn't happy yesterday after that loss that his players were showing him. Number 15, Kentucky. They beat Mississippi State 80-72. Nick Richards, man, he's a grown man. Can't wait to see this boy in the NBA. 27 points, 11 rebounds. Quickly had a good game, too. 21 points for him last night. And last but not least, my top 5 news of the day. It wasn't too much stuff. Remember, yesterday we did top 10 day. It would be top 5. But top 5 news of the day, the Rockets plan on trading for a center before the deadline. We got to see. I hope they do. If they don't, it's going to be catastrophic to the rest of the season. There'll be no point in them even going to the playoffs at that point. Number 4, Las Vegas Sportsbooks. They win $18.7 million on the Super Bowl. And I wish I would have went and bet. Because remember, I was sitting there. I was like, man, Chiefs win 31-20. So I wish I would have bet. But, you know, I said 31-21, but it was 31-20. I would have wished I took that bet. Next game. Number 3. People arrested today during the Chiefs little parade. And I was like, man, I don't know if you saw it. It's on Instagram. It's on Twitter. It's everywhere. If you just got to look it up. But that parade was crazy. I was like, this is a legit car chase. And people said there was guns shooting and everybody starting to duck. I'm like, man, like during the parade, this is crazy. I'm like, the Chiefs ain't won in 50 years and this is what y'all do. I'm like, somebody probably said this is the perfect time to go rob a bank because all the cops are probably at the parade right now. And they probably just didn't work. And number 2, we have Marvin Lewis and Antoine Pierce. Remember, Antoine Pierce played for the Giants. They will be co-defensive coordinators at Arizona State under Herm Edwards. I can't wait to see how that works out for Arizona State next year. And number 1, Al Horford has indicated Al Horford has indicated the fear that we had yesterday. What's wrong with the 76ers? Yes, there's something going on in the locker room. They still want to keep it internal. But yes, indeed, there's something going on in the locker room. And apparently a lot of the 76ers fans, at the comments I was reading, they think Brett Brown's the problem. And I don't think Brett Brown's the problem. I'm trying to tell you, I really don't think he's the problem. But apparently a lot of people do. But time will tell what the problem actually is. I think Joel and Ben Simmons have something going on. That's just my opinion. But anything at this point is just speculation. But everybody, thank you for joining me on another episode of Sports Outside the Box. Keep that Mamba mentality. And of course, and as always, I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.